So we're going to move on to the last of the signature programs we're going to talk about, which is the Friends of Southern IPM Award. I'm just going to give a little bit of history on this. This happened, we decided to do this actually in our last go-round on funding several years ago. Part of our job is to highlight to the public the value of IPM. And one of the difficulties that people like Rosemary's had over the years is we can put out these stories, but a lot of stories that we put out, although they're very interesting, it's hard to get a newspaper to get onto them, because a lot of those public media outlets are all about timeliness. They want to know what happened yesterday or what happened this afternoon. So one of the things we thought we could do is this awards program, which turns around a story that is something like, you know, Henry Fadamiro does really good work on IPM for Alabama. If you can say Henry Fadamiro won an award for his really good work on Alabama, and he won it yesterday, that makes give this story a stamp of timeliness that people will pick up. It also gives it a stamp of localness that the local media likes to pick up, and all of that allows us to get the good IPM story out. The other thing, when we do an awards presentation, it gives us the opportunity to highlight the good work of people in front of their peers. So many times we've done these presentations, and if it might be a university person that got the award, you know, like the dean of the colleges there, or sometimes there's because you're doing it at a grower meeting or a big important meeting, there might be even say a congressional person there, because they're there at that meeting for another reason, and then they hear the IPM story and they hear about this individual, about this group. So we don't really budget very much for this. We spend more probably on travel to make the awards than we do to actually the awards we give. But we've found that for a shoestring budget, we've got a lot out of this program. So I hope I didn't steal all the thunder, but I've asked Henry, I think Henry or Rosemary are going to just give a little more overview of the Friends of Southern IPM Awards.
All right, thanks, Jim. So I'm going to start, and then Rosemary will chip in a little down the road. So this is, as Jim mentioned, this is actually one of our more exciting programs, because especially when you get to the award presentation, it's really fun to present awards, okay? So there are two major categories for the Friends of IPM Awards. The Graduate Student Award, which is a brand new award for this year, and then the regular awards. I'm going to start with the Graduate Student Award, because this is the first year that we gave these awards out, and it was actually, to me, the most fulfilling, you know. So we had two subcategories for the Graduate Student Awards: the Master Student Award and the PhD Award. So we sent out the call for nomination late last year, and we gave people enough time to nominate. Actually, the way we did it was we wanted each department, so we sent a call for nomination to each department of either entomology, plant pathology, weed science, crop protection, name it, anything that relates to IPM all over the region. And we wanted each department to have an input in the nominations. So what we did, so we didn't want to have just maybe 10 applications from one institution for the same category. So we asked the head of department of the various department to nominate one person, one student from their department for each of the categories. So that reduced the number of nominations that we got. At the end, we still got we got 8, we received 8 nominations for the Master's Award and 8 nominations for the PhD Award. And so what we did was we set up a panel comprising of some of you on the advisory council served on the panel, and that was really very helpful that you did that. At the end of the day, the panel selected the winners, and the winner for the Master's Award, as you can see, is from Florida A&M University. She's in the entomology program there, and the winner for the PhD Award is from Texas Tech, which is not even a land grant university. It's from plant pathology. So you can see the honorarium for the Master's and the PhD Award, which really makes it even more exciting to the students. We have already presented the award to the Master's student, and the award was presented at the ARD meeting in Jacksonville. And that actually was I did present that award, and actually that was really a very good opportunity to interact with the 1890s. The ARD meeting is typically an 1890 or predominantly an 1890 meeting for the entire country. And so they actually put this award as one of their, top awards to be presented. So that gave us a lot of opportunity to tell them about the IPM Center, what is IPM all about. So I really enjoyed doing that. The second, the PhD award will be presented next year in Dallas. So we asked the award winners, we gave them an opportunity to pick a location or a venue or an event where they would like to receive their award. So, so the honorarium is only offered after the award winner has written an article about their work. And so Rosemary will mention that down the road, how that works. Next slide, please. Next, okay, all right. So this slide lists the award winners for the regular awards. We have 6 categories, as you can see on the left column, and the award winner is in the middle column, and the key impact of their work is in the right hand column. So one of the things I wanted to mention here is that not all of these award categories were as competitive as we would like. And this is where we really need your help as advisory council to nominate or to even, pass the word, share the word with some of your colleagues. A couple of the categories were not as competitive. We only had 1 or 2 nominations for a couple of the categories. Some of them were competitive, so some were not. So, but still, the panel, we set up another panel to review this, and the panel really recommended that these people be awarded the various awards. I'm not going to mention any particular one. I just want to mention that some of the awards have already been presented. The other ones we'll present later. Rosemary, do you want to chip in here?
Nope, you're doing a great job.
Henry, this is Jim. Just want to add one thing about the money. People may have noticed that the 2 student awards had a fairly high amount of money, and the other awards on the second page are a smaller amount. So the history was that we used to budget about the same amount of money, but we didn't even have the 2 student awards. So we gave out more substantial awards here to this second set of winners. But it was really at the behest of previous winners, mostly. They said, we're established, we already get a paycheck, we're okay here. You should give most of the awards to the students who really need it. So that's why the split was, and we've always done, the Lifetime Achievement Award has never gotten anything more than a plaque. because we figured, well, they're near the end of their career, they're least in need of the money. The original conception was that money would be used to promote somehow in their program, and just for kind of bureaucratic reasons, we moved away from. We had hoped that, say, if an extension agent got the award, and it might have been worded, then he would use that award in some subsequent program, maybe to bring people in, or to buy the refreshments, or to produce a poster. Well, for kind of, again, bureaucratic or legal reasons with the funders, bean counter reasons, we've just come back to say, look, if you help Rosemary do the article, you get an honorarium.
Yeah, let me just mention one more thing here before we move on to the next. See, having presented some of these awards already, in terms of publicity for the center, in my opinion, this is the most creative idea that Jim Van Kirk has come up with for the center.